out just, but that's how I found my true purpose.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go with the former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option. Diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation.
Great. First down, fellas. Split them here on this drive.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal from the 6. Here's Chandler. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, It worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Next the score, Vikings 7, Eagles 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Second down, here's Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up third down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
That's good for Eagles. First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some room to maneuver. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
First and 10 at the 17.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Swift, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
First down, Vikings.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go play action. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
On play action, Cousins. This is Rager with it on the crossing pattern. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. They run it with Chandler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Making the catch, this is the tight end Oliver. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards. Cousins to throw it. This goes out wide from Madison. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Madison will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
This is the worst defense showing I've ever seen. That one hurts.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game.
Vikings 14, Eagles 8.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. He's got daylight. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from capturing the lead. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They'll try to run with Swift. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott became the 10. He's going to try to run 14. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Cousins. The throw left sideline falls incomplete. Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a scheme receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 167 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. First down, and they go with Swift again. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 24 yards of down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
To throw, Cousins. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Drops this underneath for Chandler.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Again, it's Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing is Cousins. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose for the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched it deep. But he's unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go play action with Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And just shutting him off there. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Play fake. Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. They're going back to the line now. Cousins in 3rd and 2. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line.
First down, Minnesota.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. He gets away from one. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Chandler. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It was Daniil Hunter to make the play in the backfield. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Play action. Here's Hurts. They shakes him off. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Cousins making the catch. This is the tight end, Oliver. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Oliver, 51 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Cousins. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 36 yards. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Well, whistles and a stoppage here. It looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he's up past the 45-yard line. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a give, right side, Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. Gets past one man. 242 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss for Swift left side. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room.
There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good angle on that. That would have been a big play. He cannot pull it in.
Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And now here is another interception. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Third and 20. Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. First down. Here's Cousins. He finds his man complete. It's Chandler. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down. Now a give right side. Chandler. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. And quickly they get to the line. Cousins now. And my goodness, another interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousin, he finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's.
And now here's another interception. Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. And now this one taking it back for the score.
Nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this just a little bit better.
As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. And really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my ratchets, you ever offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given the credit so you can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going to fade down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, though. Being great, that's ambiguity, no. Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be